What's up, Barry? Okay. Hopefully it's not gonna be weird. I'm just so confused. I have Wi-Fi. I'm in service. Obviously, I have full bars, so I don't know why it's being laggy. Need to catch up to Micah. Well, being that you're allowed to go live again, you definitely could, Barry. But you know how school would affect me this much. That's one thing I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's not really gonna affect. Hold on, I have a coffee bean in my mouth. Oh no, that just hit the floor. But okay. So is it still being laggy? Okay. Well, I have no clue. Here, hold on. Make sure to vote. Bro, oh my god, I swear. Okay, well, if it's still being laggy, fuck. I don't want to end the live, but I'm probably gonna have to just if it's being laggy. Like I said, still just confused because we're not having like a huge storm. Second of all, I still have Wi-Fi in service, so I don't know. It's just being weird. So, um, thinking probably just gonna end the live here then. Probably, yeah. So, no live, unfortunately, which I wish we could. At the same time, I don't even know if you guys can hear me right now, depending on how late it is. Yeah, it's weird. Maybe it'll get better. Well, I don't know. I'm just confused because I'm still at full bars. So, I got no clue. I mean, I can try for like a few. Here, I'll stick in here for like a couple more minutes, and if it's just still laggy, we can hear you. Okay, well that's good. Hate hearing when you have storms. I mean, it's probably gonna get them too. Oh yeah, Zay, I didn't think about that. We're not even having like a big storm, which is why I was just confused. We're not having a big storm like we did at the like on the other storms. And like I said, the thing that's really confusing me is that I have full bar and everything. Anthony Bennett or Michael Jordan? Um, LeBron. Name a car for an edit. Normally I do like a Civic or I do a Mustang or a 350Z. I'm gonna say for this one, for this edit, you should go and do a. I'm trying to think of a car, just like a unique one that I don't talk about all that often. I know I've talked about a few cars that I enjoy. Let's go a Mercedes 190E. Why can't Americans play chess? Why? Michael Malal, Mojave, so good. You gotta try it. So, what is it like? Also, can someone tell me? Okay, now my signal's dropping. Okay, so that's great. So I did have full signal and everything. Audio is fine. Video is laggy. Think we fine. Well, now then the only thing that's confusing me is now my signal is dropping. So I don't know. We can continue on if you guys want. I'm totally fine with that. At the same time, if it's just like way too laggy, like here's the thing: if the video's laggy, yeah, it just got a bit worse. I could. Let's see. I could do. I'm thinking of when I get a live in. Age, I'm 15. I'm thinking I could. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, but Thursday is when I have the first day of school. So tomorrow, I got to go back home at like 8:30 or something like that. So we could do same time tomorrow instead. We could do same time, 9 p.m. Mountain Time tomorrow. I'm going to be over at Hollis's tomorrow, though, so I won't be live during the day. But If that's what you guys want, okay. Well, now see now my bars keep going up and down, so I keep getting some and then losing some. So I don't know. It just depends. And stream here. We're gonna see what you guys think. Just vote honestly. If it's something where it's like it's way too laggy to see what I'm doing, to understand me, then I think I should just end. We totally can though, as I'm saying, we could go tomorrow, 9 p.m. Mountain Time, so we could do the same thing. And I guess technically that would still be the same stream, like still last stream before school. I don't know, to be honest. Well, and here's the thing: can you hear me? And if I'm not like disconnecting, then it's fine because you guys can hear me. We can still talk at the same time. You can't see what I'm doing. You can't see anything like that. So we're gonna see. Well, of course, everyone said no. Well, see, but now I don't know what to do. Because if the video is gonna be super laggy, I don't think that there's like a reason to stream tonight then. But if it's like the video isn't being laggy, then it would make sense to keep streaming. It got better. So it's fine. Okay, so you guys can see me good now. I would assume. I don't know. I'm hoping. Like I said, okay, perfect. Okay, oh, perfect, guys. I guess all I had to do was talk about ending it. Anyways, we're gonna stick with this stream. Since we're doing the stream, I probably won't go live tomorrow. It's the last night before school, so I'm probably gonna end up going to bed. But we can do whatever you guys want because it is gonna be the last night before I go back to school, or the last before I go back to school. So if we want to do fragrance battles, if we want to just talk, if we want to do start bench cut, we can do that. So I'll put up our options. We could do start bench cut. We could do fragrance battles. We could just talk, or I guess I'll put other option. So if you guys, I'll go other option. Viewer recommendation. I guess if you guys have any good recommendations. Okay, so we could do start bench cuts. We could do fragrance battles. We could just talk about whatever we want to talk about. Obviously, mainly fragrance related. Or if you guys have a really good idea where it's like, oh, I think you should do this, we could totally do that. LeBron is better. Well, Carlos, good thing my channel isn't on basketball, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I mean, anyone's welcome to come in here and state their opinion as long as it's one not like creating an attack on someone, if that makes a lot of sense. And I mean, just as long as you're cool about it. I mean, you can come in here and say LeBron is better. I've never said LeBron's better than Jordan. I never said Jordan's better than LeBron, though. But yeah. And I think going into the GOAT debate, here's what you got to look at. Who was the most feared player to play against? Everyone was scared to play Jordan. A lot of people were not scared to play LeBron. A lot of people were just, oh, whatever. And also, LeBron lost a lot. Michael Jordan lost when he was very young, hard, and then he actually made his team. Then they got pieces and did it. Yes, Scottie Pippen was an incredible player. At the same time, Scottie Pippen was like LeBron's Kyrie, was like LeBron's Dwayne Wade. Dennis Rodman, yeah, he could rebound, but he could not score at all. LeBron had fucking Tristan Thompson, who's actually a pretty good comparison to Dennis Rodman. Yes, they can score, but rebounding and defense is their main thing. But also then we're not going to act like LeBron didn't have Chris Bosh or Ray Allen and didn't have these Spurs where Kyrie hit a shot, and then that's what made LeBron win. You see, Ray Allen hit that shot, won the championship for that. Or I don't think he won the championship, but, whatever. And then they went on to win the champion. So when you look at it, like, Jordan was always the last one taking the shot. LeBron was never the last one taking that shot. He wasn't clutch. I don't know NBA like this. Huh. Michael, what fragrance should I wear tomorrow? Zay, you should go Legends. Opinion group watching T-Mac. Man did things I've never seen anyone do. Most gifted like that. Yes, he's a very good player for sure. He's one of the best scorers for sure. One of the most clutchest players of all time. doesn't get enough respect. Him and Vince don't get enough respect. So they're cousins, if you guys didn't know. But man, they do not get enough respect. Diesel says my first cologne was CK1 back in 1998. So I have a bottle, big 6.7 ounce of CK1 Shock. Now, Diesel, I think if you want to pick up like this fragrance, if you could totally have it as well. But I think if you pick it up, it's worth it just for like the nostalgia and that it's so cheap as well. This 6.7 ounce is $20. So if you want to pick it up for nostalgia and scent, get it. But keep in mind it's been reformulated so many times. And it just doesn't last. Now I would like to see something with this DNA. I would like to see something with this DNA still being used. I feel like that would be interesting. Like if Calvin Klein could come out with a new one of the CK1s. I'm not talking like a whole different flanker. Something very similar to CK1. Like virtually same scent. And then just make it stronger. That would be a very attractive fragrance in my opinion. Now the scent of CK1 is just very clean citrus. That's the easiest way to sum it up. But it just doesn't last that long. So I still think the scent is a really good, really clean scent. My daddy swears CK1, Dracar Noir, and Burberry. Oh, and Nautica. My dad used to wear mainly Jimmy Choo Man and Prada Black. I hate school. Evan, I'm not excited to go back. But what's going on, bro? But Jesse says agree. And that was me saying Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter don't get enough respect. Here's the thing. And you got to think about it like this. The Raptors have not put anyone's jersey. Like, the Raptors have not retired anyone's jersey. Vince Carter, he retired in, 2019 or something like that? So he's already that 4 years, because in the NBA, you have to have, 4 years between when you retire to be able to be in the Hall of Fame. Still hasn't been put in there. Vince Carter arguably could also be put in the Nets Hall of Fame as well, but he definitely deserves the Raptors Hall of Fame. He's what made the Raptors the Raptors. The Raptors, granted, yes, they were an expansion team, but the Raptors still were not anything before him. But let's see. Okay, so Start Bench Cut was last place. Fragrance Battles was okay. Actually, other option, no one had any recommendations. So that was 0%. Start Bench Cut 10%. And then Fragrance Battles 40%. So just talk 50%. So we're just going to talk about whatever we can talk. NBA, fragrances, whatever. Doug, I have terrible news. Well, not really. Well, what's up, Aaron? Ooh, okay, but yeah, I'm going to grab out a few fragrances. I do want to say, though, my mom ordered me, there's these pair of Jordans that I really wanted. They're just Jordan 1 lows. But I really like how they look. So she ordered me a pair of those, and I'll definitely show you guys when they come. They come on the 4th or something like that. And then she ordered me the Paris Corner Cahier Pistachio. So excited about that. Brian's explained it. He says it just straight up smells like a cotton candy, but there's like peach, there's a bunch of florals, there's cotton candy, there's like a marshmallow note in there as well. But it seems super good. What's up, DJ Moore? How are you doing? I had my freshman orientation. My mom's flashlight went off and took forever to turn it off. So it just like flashlight on her phone or what? And the dark got no one say. Oh God. Okay, I'm sorry for laughing. I'm sorry. That is very embarrassing, Zay or Evan. I don't know why I was thinking of like his name wasn't even on the screen. As far as winning, no doubt. Yes, Michael Jordan, go of winning 6 rings, 6 tries. Got this one lab partner had last semester. She's horrible when working. So coach her breast stink bad. Really want to switch classes. Oh. And like okay, so then you say she's horrible when working. You're saying like she has no clue what she's doing. Everyone looked at me. Yeah, Evan, I'm sorry about that, man. That is tough, and I can imagine it. What do I think about Dolce & Gabbana? Great fragrance brand. I have 2 fragrances from there. One of them is macerating. I have Dolce & Gabbana, the one, which is macerating. And I have Dolce & Gabbana's light blue. Which I'm not upset, but the like front is starting to kind of come off the lettering. Just because where that is right there, it's like plastic. And so when I put it down, sometimes it scrapes. So kind of don't like that, but whatever. Then under I put Kobe 5 ranked. I think, okay, if you're just going off of winning, Bill Russell would have to be number 1. And then you throw in like all the other Celtics that won along with Bill Russell. You know, like Sam Jones, I want to say was one of them. So it just depends. She went to the flashlight app to turn it off. And oh my God. Bro, I'm going to be cooked this school semester. I got algebra honors and English honors. School just started. Already got a C in the grading scale is bullshit. Yeah, Logan, I'm sorry about that. There's a lot of classes. So I'm a sophomore in high school this year. Luckily, I don't start yet, but I can just imagine that I did not learn anything last year. I did not learn a single fuck math because I'm behind in math. You know, math has just always been something I kind of I didn't struggle with it, and then in like middle school I started struggling with it. But like, I haven't learned anything new apart from math. The bullshit that the school systems are honestly teaching us is like irrelevant. I'm never gonna. What am I gonna use like quantum formula in my day-to-day life? I'm never gonna use it. When am I gonna need to look? Okay, I have what's 200 parts of 1,458. Forgot what it's called. Basically the same as light blue. Is it light blue oh intense or summer vibes? Is it one of the flankers? She literally messed up data. Did that each time my friend. She thinks she's always right. Anyways, Rock Club de Nuit Intense Man Parfum. I want to try one of the Club de Nuit Intense Mans. Ain't gonna lie, I'm not all that big of fans of Jordan's. My style shoe, Cortez, Adidas, Pumas, Osiris, DJK, and Hey Dudes. I had a pair of Hey Dudes. Osiris's, I'm sorry, Zay. Osiris's suck in my opinion. For a skate shoe, amazing shoes. But for normal shoes, like wearing them out, nah, you got me messed up. So could you explain the difference between Versace Eros and Versace Eros Flame? Yes, I will in 1 second. Yes. Look, exactly. Puma Suede. Thoughts on Polar Red EDT? I don't know if I smelled Polar Red EDT. I smelled one of the Polar Reds, but it was good, like a spicy one. And no, hey, you're good, man. Okay, now the internet's going out. Okay, I don't know. So just had the first part of the internet go out. I reconnected though, so hopefully it's good. At this time, again, like I said, totally could be iffy. My bars are going down. So I'm early, but I will explain this. So Versace Eros EDT has mint and pure vanilla dry down. So it's a really, really good fragrance. Dry down. Go wrong with the fragrance in my opinion. It's solid, 8 to 9 hours longevity, 2 to 3 feet of projection on my batch, but I've heard a bunch of batches got reformulated, so they're not that good anymore. Versace Eros Flame, on the other hand, this is very citrus forward. It has lemon, it has mandarin orange. It's a very nice vanilla as well. It still has the same vanilla as Eros EDT, but this is very floral. It's very peppery and very spicy. It still has some pretty good. People say, "Oh, it's a cool weather fragrance. It's just for winter." No, you can wear this year round. It does not matter. But 9 to 10 hours longevity, 2 to 3 feet of projection, maybe even 3 to 4, depending on how you spray this stuff. In my opinion, which one should you get? If you're looking for compliments, these are both amazing. If you're looking for compliments, but you want to stand out, Eros Flame is the way to go. If you want to just go straight up mass appeal and compliments, Eros EDT will never put you down. But I recommend don't go Eros EDT, Eros Eau de Parfum. Lasts longer, smells a little more mature and unique. That's what happens when you live in Montana. Yes. Dolce & Gabbana Porum thoughts. Never tried Porums, unfortunately. Those are the ones I'm talking about, even the XLs with the fat laces. Had a discussion with my teacher today about geometry. Argument was that it has nothing to do with my future career. And it's like, here's the thing. If I'm pursuing, when I'm older, I want to be a YouTuber, then that school should put me in classes to teach me about that. Honestly, what high school should do, you go in, you're like, okay, this is a general field I want to work in. Obviously, yes, if they have to learn a little bit of history, if they need to learn about, oh yeah, you have to learn history, you have to learn government, perfect, make them learn those. But when they say, I want to do this when I'm older, put them in classes, put them in to do stuff like that, right? Oh my God, I'm spitting everywhere. If I say, when I'm older, I want to be a fragrance or, just an influencer of any sorts, then they should put me in classes where I learn how to film videos, I learn how to edit videos, I learn how to do voiceovers, I learn how to do some social speaking as well. I should learn taxes, which is something high school should be teaching. Because high school should be teaching us how to pay taxes. There's no reasons why that shouldn't be in high school, but it's not because it's a scam run by the government. Honestly, I have no clue. It probably is, probably isn't at the same time. But like I said, I really haven't learned anything in high school. Like, yes, apart from the slight stuff I learned in math, there was like nothing special I learned. They need to make another winter flanker. Yeah, Aeroslam is the closest that you're gonna get. It's really good for the cool weather. But like I said, a lot more versatile. I like the normals with regular laces. I agree. Don't see the point of something you're never really going to use. Exactly. And it's like, then what is the point of us getting up, going to work, or going to school in the morning if we're just not going to learn anything? I have to go. All right, Kelly, you're good. Just got off of Comra. You think it's a good purchase? Kawa, that was phenomenal. I've heard Comra is just a little more feminine and doesn't have like coffee, but I think that it would still be amazing. You can take. Well, I understand you can take because that would be like intro to media arts class or something like that. But like they should put us on stuff that we actually need to learn. Like what Evan said, but algebra not needed. If I want to be a scientist or something like that, yes, I need to take algebra. But at the same time, if I want to work. Okay, so I just want to point this out. Okay, so this person is weird. Very weird. This person's been in, let's see how many chats. This person has been in 1, 2, 3, 4 chats. And let's read all the messages. First one, they say, I subscribe to you. Then say, have to go. And then say, actually, I don't. The next live there, when they say, I have to go. I'm like, oh, okay. Then the next live, they go, I have to go. Quinceanera at the mall. Then they say, I have to go. Then they say, I have to go. So they're being weird, obviously not going. And then in this live, they go, I have to go. Keep in mind, there's no conversation leading up. There's no, oh, hi, how are you? Yada, yada, yada. You know, whatever. And this goes on. Like the first one, she puts, I subscribe. Later, I subscribe, but I have to go. I'm back. I have to go somewhere. I subscribe to you. Have to go. Actually, I didn't. So, very, very weird person. And then they put, bro, you're stupid. I was kidding. By the way, you've been saying that for like the past 2 days, and I've been watching his name and just saying I never say anything. So, Kelly, you've been wasting your time. So, kind of weird. But I'm not trying to say that person. I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. But just kick him out. You know, that's what I did. I just banned him. A lot of weird people. A lot of weird people. When was the last time I flipped my mattress? You don't flip your mattress. What do you mean flip my mattress? All they said was have to go. Well, I understand. Yeah, that's all I say is I have to go. They don't say hi. They don't say anything. They just go I have to go. So weird. Micah, do I wear any pro club? Zay, pro club or polo club? What's up? 7 2 fine. How are you doing? But yeah, a lot of weird people. Something I've just kind of had to learn as going as a fragrance influencer. Obviously, there's no like weird people. You gotta turn it so it doesn't stink. I've never necessarily heard of that, Evan. But no, I don't do that. Pro Club. I got no clue what Pro Club is. Polo 67. Well, assuming you're talking about Polo 67. Nice, floral, fresh, fragrance, citrusy at the same time. Solid. I think you should go to like YSL myself instead though. Just shampoo my mattress. I don't wash my mattress. I mean, if I have like sheets over it, my mattress doesn't get dirty. I mean, that's at least the way I look at it. If I have sheets over it, my mattress doesn't get dirty. I've never heard of flipping your mattress though. Obviously, it could just be a normal thing. I don't have off on 9 p.m. I have Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultramalt. Prolongs the life of your mattress. Yeah, I don't know. Well, also though, well, okay. So at first, I thought you meant like flip your mattress over. I was just like I've never heard anyone do that, but I do kind of get what you mean by just flipping it. I don't flip. So. Pro Club worn by a lot of cholos, at least out here. That's who wears it. Yeah, I've never heard of Pro Club. They must not be like a. Let's talk about some fragrances. Fragrance pet peeve. answer. Just your biggest fragrance pet peeves. And then I'll share with you guys mine. Let's see. So, some fragrance pet peeves that I have. So we'll start with the most basic one. This one's still going to be kind of talking about Eros. But the people who have like a very basic cologne, I'm not saying they're NPC fragrances, but people who have pretty basic cologne like Versace Eros, like Dior Sauvage, like Bleu de Chanel, and they automatically think they know like everything about fragrances. So like they'll be like, oh, well, Versace Eros is so much better than this fragrance for this and that, and oh, I don't think you should get that fragrance because it's not as good as this, yada yada yada, right? So the thing that I dislike, people get like one nice fragrance, and it's always the most basic one too, but then they think that they're like a fragrance connoisseur, which is something I really dislike. Another one is people thinking they found like a holy grail. Like they'll be like, "Oh my god, look at this Michael Jordan cologne. It's the best fragrance I've ever smelled." Is it the worst fragrance I've ever smelled? No. At the same time, you found Michael Jordan cologne at Ross, like you found like fucking Lamar Elixir at Ross or anything like that. But the people who will like stumble on a cheap cologne and they'll be like, "Oh my god, this is the holy grail of fragrances." I understand when I get cheaper fragrances, which is what time because I channel like, oh, this is a very good cheap fragrance. At the same time, I'm not like, oh my god, this is the best fragrance I've ever smelled. This is so much better than your $100 fragrances, because it's not. It's not going to be better than your $100 fragrances, straight up. So that's a big pet peeve. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, but there's a lot of people who are just like, oh my god, look at this cologne that I have, and it's like the cheapest cologne. And another thing, the person that does not know how to spray fragrances, Lamar Elixir, great fragrance, can be worn in school. Red Tobacco can be worn in school. Eros Flame can be worn in school. Also, for Nez asking, yes, the live can be glitching. We're having a little storm. We're not having a huge storm. It was being weird, but it's been kind of good for the whole time. So but it totally could be glitching. But people who like Lamar Elixir can be worn in school. Sauvage Elixir could be worn in school. 1 million Elixir definitely can be worn in school. But they'll overspray so crazy. I do 2 to 3 sprays of Lamar Elixir if I go to school just because it's a very potent fragrance. Some people, Brian, will do like 20 sprays of this fragrance. And they'll be like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And low-key, it gives like the whole fragrance community a bad rap. Panda, go. Do I play Roblox? I play some Roblox, yeah. Thoughts on Valentino Born in Roma? The EDT, very solid fragrance. What's up? I have it. Nice. Saturn for my classes. LeBeau Paradise Garden. I have a small sample of it. Solid. That's the easiest way to describe it. Very solid, not amazing though. What's up, Goats Paradise? Rose always having a storm. Quite frankly, yeah, we have been having a really bad storm season. It's weird. We've never had like storm seasons like this, and we didn't have like a winter. Well, we did have winter, obviously, but it wasn't like snowing a whole lot. Like it did snow a little bit, but it wasn't crazy. Spring really didn't rain a lot, so we're getting like all of the storms now. Yeah, honestly, I still knew this. When I first Versace Eros, couldn't believe how much better it smells from the teeth. Exactly. See, now here's the thing. You can get a very unique smelling cheap fragrance or a basic smelling designer fragrance, and you know, this is night and day difference. I paid like, oh my fucking god, dude, fucking piss. Okay, there we go. We're back. You'll find like a cheap fragrance, right? This is $12. This is 5 times the price. This is $60, right? $12, 60. Yeah, solid. I mean, it's just it's a very green fragrance, right? It definitely does smell cheap though. You smell this fragrance, you smell Eros, you're like, okay, that's really good. More high quality. You can smell like straight out of the bottle. Eros is going to be a lot more potent than your cheap Michael Jordan cologne or anything like that. So that's a big thing. Just the night and day differences between designer fragrances and cheaper fragrances. I won't even lie. There's a decent amount of cheaper fragrance. There's a decent amount of cheaper fragrances that I'll get, and I'm like, oh, these are really good fragrances. Yes, they're very good fragrances. They're not going to compare to Aqua di Gio. They're not going to compare to or anything like that. What are the new deals about DJ? I have a short on that if you want to watch that. I think it's just okay. It was my first time ever testing out a water-based fragrance. I didn't know that they like all look milky, so I kind of gave Sauvage a lot of shit for it looking milky. The scent is just okay though. It's very just like it's like the woods of Sauvage with like I don't it's weird. I don't know how to describe it. It's like Sauvage pepperiness. It's good. But Nez asks Aqua di Gio Profondo. I have Aqua di Gio Profondo right here. Beautiful fragrance. Very nice. C notes and aqua known for the aquatics. There's mineral notes, which gives it this mineralness, obviously, but a very mineral heavy opening, which some people this turns them off on it, but I love the mineral heavy opening. And then it's very citrusy. Maybe some slight woods. It's not woods, but it's like it's not woods. It kind of is woods, but I can't remember what note it actually is called. But it's a good fragrance. About $90 for the 4.2 ounce, $160 retail. Buy it off discounters. I found this at Ross for $90 for the 4.2 ounce. I found Aqua di Gio EP 6.7 ounce, $100. Didn't end up picking it up though, just because I wanted the Hugo Boss. Well, this is a good fragrance. I think it's really good. 5 longevity, 2 to 3 feet. Do you to University Mountain? Evan, what is University Mountain? Versace blue jeans. DJ Moore was asking about. So I do have Versace blue jeans, and here's why you should buy it. Versace blue jeans. It's citrusy. Let's see, where do I now have a fragrance? I had wasp there, but it kind of wore off. So, blue jeans. The opening, like right when you spray it on, isn't the best. Okay, so as soon as I spray this on, it's powdery, old school. There's like almost lemon that I'm getting right at that opening. It gives it almost like this. It almost gives it like this lemon candy feel. So it's sweet like a lemon candy, but powdery, almost a little hippie-like. And then you get like that nice sweetness, like sweet sourness from that lemon. But anyways, this fragrance is quickly sold because I realized I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry out and then explain it. But Versace blue jean, it's powdery, it's very citrusy. In there, there's a rose note, florals, it's slightly woody as well. Fragrance, 6 to 7 hours of longevity, 2 to 3 feet of projection, $20 for a Versace fragrance. You got me messed up if you're thinking I'm not gonna buy this. Phenomenal. And here's the thing. I don't know why I get so much hate. This quickly became one of mine and my girlfriend's favorite fragrances, but this is love about being a fragrance influencer, being able to push out my own videos, is this fragrance gets a lot of hate. I buy it thinking, okay, I'm going to probably never wear it. I've worn this thing a few times. So good. It's good. Hits every time. Phenomenal fragrance. You'll get compliments and you'll stand out because I won't even lie. Yes, this does smell different in the best way possible. Gotten countless compliments. There was this kid. I was sitting next to him in science class. I have this sprayed on. I asked him to smell it. He was like, "Oh yeah, that smells really good." I was like, "Oh yeah, thanks." And then I asked if he had any guesses. He didn't have any guesses on what it was. I pulled it out. He goes, Versace blue jeans. I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, I knew it kind of smelled weird." And I was just like, what? And he was like, yeah, it smells like laundry detergent. But the laundry detergent was started, I think it was FB fragrances, I could be mistaken. But he was like, this smells like an old grandpa laundry detergent or something. Or no, he says it smells like he says it smells like a grandpa's ball sack or something with like, which I don't get. So many people throw out the most random comparisons. I've had this, and actually blue jean sucks. It smells old man with vinegar and like what they say. They said It smells like a sweaty old man with like vinegar on him. It's like, it does not smell. First of all, there's no vinegar in here. Smell it? Yeah, none at all. It's powdery. So yeah, it's gonna smell a little old. Did I hear Phineas and Ferb was ending? Has that not been ended for a while? Really appreciate learning from you. Like I said, I'm new to this stuff. Yeah, and Jesse, and I appreciate your support as well. And here's the thing that I feel like I have with my channel. I'm not monetized, so what you guys get is my 100% genuine experience with the fragrances, my thinking with the fragrances. When I tell you, I got a really good batch, this batch, Versace blue jeans lasts 7 hours on my skin. Also, I know I said 6 to 7 hours. I meant to say 7 to 8 hours on skin. But when I tell you this fragrance gets 7 to 8 hours longevity, I'm telling you on my skin it gets 7 to 8 hours longevity. So many of these people who get paid by these brands are like, they'll be like, okay, let's grab a fragrance. They'll be like, okay, Hugo Boss sent me a fragrance, right? Keep in mind, I love this fragrance, but they'll be like, it's a very good fragrance. I get monstrous longevity out of this. So good. Even though it's not an insane. If I get sent a fragrance and I'm just like, oh, I don't enjoy this fragrance, I'm straight up say, listen, I don't enjoy this fragrance. I feel like it would be good for these people, right? I like it. It has iris, very iris heavy. I don't really love iris shot. I would be like that, but I'm not gonna sit be like, oh, this is the best fragrance I've ever smelled. Click the link down below, buy it right now because I'll make money off it. That's not how I am. It's not how I'm gonna treat my channel. It's not how I think anyone should really treat their channel. Yes, your channel is a great source of revenue. At the same time, you don't want to get sold. You don't want to get bought out. You don't want to be making content that these brands make you make, if that makes a lot of sense, right? I make genuine content. So many people are like, oh, this guy's no clue what he's talking about, because I'm like, oh, I love Versace blue jeans. Oh, I love Hugo Boss. So it doesn't make a lot of sense. There's my rant for the live. But one thing I probably hold myself over other content creators for. I don't get why I get so much hate. It's actually very decent. And like I said, the ladies love it too. My mom enjoys it as well. So if you're older, like 30 plus, you'd enjoy it. Budget winter fragrance. Shaquille Oatmeal. I love that name. That's a nice play on Shaquille's name. But it works as well. So budget. What is budget? Budget is something that definitely changes person to person. So I'll give you a few options from a few different price points. Let's see, how many options am I going to give you? 1, 2, 2. I'll give you 4 options actually. So, but anyways, I try and be all inclusive. So here's going to be 4 amazing winter fragrances that are budget, just on different price. Jippy G Scandal, Josie, not sure how you say it. I've never smelled Scandal, unfortunately. My opinions on. I'll go from cheapest to most expensive. Cheapest is going to be, give or take, we'll say $20. Most expensive will be about $70 on their discount prices. So, cheapest winter fragrance I would recommend you guys. Guess Seductive EDT. Now, this is a very nice powdery winter fragrance. So, when I first spray this on, it's powdery. It's not very sweet, and it doesn't have florals. But you spray it on, it's very, very powdery. And then you get almost this like sour lemon note in there. It's weird because it wouldn't sound attractive. You're like, oh, a sour lemon note. I really don't want that. But it's like a very attractive sour lemon that honestly, I smell it. I'm like, damn, that smells good. And it makes me go in for a second sniff. But after the stuff dries down, this stuff will leave. It's this very floral, very sweetness mixed in with that powderiness. It's not like sugary sweet like, say, Invictus. But this is very good. I paid $17 for this 1.7 ounce, or like $16 or something like that. So a very good price. Now I think that the 3.4 ounce is like $20-25 on discounters, but phenomenal. Very long lasting as well. About 7-8 hours. So I think it's amazing. And you can't go wrong with it. For the $30 to $40, not sure exactly how much this fragrance goes for. Halloween Man, EDT, Halloween Man, Beware of Yourself. I'm not sure on the name. On fragrance, this pops up as Halloween Man EDT. My box says Halloween Man Beware of Yourself. So I really got no clue what the actual name is. I just call it Halloween Man EDT. So this fragrance It's similar to 1 million. Now it's not a clone of 1 million, but it's like that. It's like that spicy cinnamon sweetness that 1 million is known for. So you get that, but this is very fruity sweet. Like there's a lot of fruits added in there. When you first spray it, you get this super nice fruitiness along with this like slight cinnamonness, but the cinnamon is very sweet when you spray it on, and then it's like vanillic already. But very, very good. 8 longevity, 2 to projection off like 3 sprays. Like this stuff is very strong. About 30 to 40 bucks for the 3.4. Actually, this is a 4.2 on, so about 30 to 40 bucks for the 4.2. I can't show you guys. You guys can. Guys, I'm trying to show you all how much I've used. I know you can't really see it, but you guys have seen. I've used a decent amount of this, so you know I'm not lying, and you know I actually enjoy it. Hey, bro, hope you're having a good night. Hey, kid, I'm having a good night. Hope you are as well, man. I have the same Jordan. I have the same Jordan poster. It's fire. Caden, thank you. Mike, I saw 1 million EDT, Hollow Man EDT. They smell pretty similar to me. Okay, so I don't know because I've heard that they smell very like they smell similar. I don't know if it's a clone, so we could say it's kind of a clone. Okay, we're gonna say this isn't inspired by, but very good. Different to 1 million though. This is a lot more like fruity sweet than 1 million in my own experience. Moving the price up to 40 bucks for 3.4 ounce, so underappreciated. Burberry, London, cannot go wrong with this. This is often referred to as Christmas in a bottle because when you smell it, it puts you in like that Christmas feeling. To quickly sum up this fragrance, the way I like to smell it is it smells straight up like you're sitting under a Christmas. You get that pine scent, and then it has like your mom brings you gingerbread cookies. It's tobacco heavy as well, not a very spicy tobacco though. And it's cardamom heavy as well. Like I said, when people smell, they say that it smells like. That's really what it replicates. Throws me right into the winter season, Christmas Pacific. Beautiful fragrance. 40 bucks for the 3.4 ounce. Not a very good performer. 5 to 6 hours of longevity, 2 to 3 feet of projection. Wish that it would last a little bit longer. But the scent makes it worth buying. And the most expensive on this list is going to be Versace Eros Flame. 70 bucks for the 3.4 ounce. Rose, pepperwood, vanilla, citrus, nuclear projection, and probably not nuclear projection. Well, yeah, nuclear projection. 9 to 10 hours longevity, 3 to 4 feet of projection, monstrous performer, beautiful fragrance. Office for DJ, unfortunately, I don't have Office for Men. Have to say, Drum Shop is awesome. Get a 6.7 ounce of Eros for 80 bucks. List price $50. Yes, very, very good deal. I'm having some back to school sales as well. I picked up just today. My mom ordered it. Paris Corner Cahier Pistachio clone of one of the. It's like KAYL or KAYLI fragrances. There's some like I don't know if they're a niche house, but they sell more expensive fragrances. But supposedly a clone of that's supposed to be really good. So I'm excited about that. But yes, I got that off their back. They normally don't care. Normally you got to go to some like Aura fragrances and stuff like that for some of those fragrances. But because of the back to school sale, they brought a few bottles in. So super excited and glad I copped one of them. Is Burberry Touch and Powdery Scent. Burberry Touch, I don't know if I say floral. It's powdery, has some soft spices as well. This is a very nice fragrance. Now, this fragrance, I like to wear nice sleeping fragrance. What I do, and I'll show you guys what I do. So this is one of those fragrances, it's a very calming scent. It's straight up just like a baby powder. So this just kind of puts me in like the mood for bed. I'm not going to bed right after this, but I'll still be able to smell it. But what I'll do is grab the fragrance, right? Burberry Touch. I'll go 1, 2, 3. Just throw 3 sprays on around my neck. And the reason I put it around my neck and not like on my shirt, one, I'm not going to wear my shirt while I sleep. But also when I lay down, I'll normally sleep with my fan on, so I'll get a little bit of airflow and it'll like lift it up right in my nose. But it's very powdery, very, very just calming of a scent. Beautiful. But Jose, really, I would really recommend this one, and not just for sleeping. It's very versatile as well. Honestly, when you first smell high-priced cologne, just does something new. Cheap cologne doesn't compare, in my opinion. There are some cheap fragrances that are very, very good. Maison Alhambra's Bitter Peach smells like a $300 cologne. But when you smell Versace Eros Flame, right? You're like, fuck, this smells really high quality, smells very nice. I do understand what you're saying. Back home, Bible verse of the day for tomorrow. What's up, Zay? Welcome back. What's up, Mr. D&D? Mr. D&D, I think you're trolling. I think you're trolling at this point. Tomorrow's Bible verse of the day, John 8:7. Nice, Zay. What do I think about 1 million atomizer? I don't have any 1 millions, but if you spray it normally, it's actually a good atomizer. It's just that simple Papa Rabanne atomizer. Some of the stuff that I hate with like fragrance TikTok, especially, is like I guess it's like cool to be like dumb and like just act dumb and stuff like that. Like I understand some people are doing it for views, right? If I were to put up a video where I was like, okay, so like today I'm putting on Dior Sauvage, right? And I'm putting on Eros Flame. So many of you guys would comment and be like, that's not Dior Sauvage, that's Eros Flame. And what that does that not a lot of people realize is it boosts your engagement or that person's engagement. So when you try and like think, okay, I don't like this person for whatever reason, right? Because they're saying this clone wrong. I'm gonna point them out. You're getting other people to go to watch their videos and stuff. So I think it's very interesting. Not if spray atomizer. That's what I mean. You worded it better. Jesse. Send me videos later. It's laggy for me. Oh, I'm sorry about that, then, Mr. D&D. I rated fragrance Tommy Bahama Martinique. I was gonna get Tommy Bahama set sail Martinique, but I didn't end up grabbing it. Tomorrow, already read that. The 1 million atomizer actually get a press down. Facts. You gotta like florals though. I do like florals. If they're masculine, I'm not like girl like Barbara Roots. That's an amazing scent profile, amazing scent DNA. But I'm not gonna go around smelling like that. It's way too feminine. Herba Pure, great scent DNA, way too feminine for me. So I love florals as long as they're masculine. So we got about 5 more minutes before we end with this live. I know that this wasn't, the most normal live because we didn't do fragrance battles or anything like that. But this was just a nice winding down live. Got to talk to you guys, which was cool. So we'll grab out some great floral fragrances that are still masculine. One of them is going to be the one that I'm wearing today. Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct Together. Next, we're going to throw in Burberry Brit. Next, we're going to throw in Seductive EDT. And do I have any other floral heavy fragrances? And we're going to say I don't have any other floral heavy fragrances. I like a chill live. Hey, I appreciate that, Mr. D&D. What do I think about the colon boy? I like the clone boy. I think I like his more mature content when he's not just slapping the butt of his JPGs. I enjoy it. But yeah. Actually, I'm rated. Nice, eh? Nice. It's my opinion on Dior Sauvage. Seems like people like it too. Dior Sauvage EDT, great fragrance. Very peppery, very fresh. Dior Sauvage looks amazing fragrance. Dior Sauvage EDP Parfum, not impressed with. Dior Sauvage Eau Forte, that stuff is never touching my collection ever. I can guarantee you that. So I think best, stick with the EDT if you want versatility use. Stick with the Elixir if you want like a nice date night fragrance or something like that. But the last list that we're going to be doing for this live is floral fragrances. We got 3 fragrance examples here. Floral fragrances, as I was saying, if they're done right, are amazing for men. Here are 3 that actually really won't break the bank. I think the most expensive one is a granted for the 1.7 ounce. So we'll say the most expensive on this list, $40 for the full size bottle. How to open a JPG can. So I'll show you real quick. I have my JPG can right here. They're just under some stuff. So JPG cans, you do not take a can opener to that, okay, people? They open very simply. But again, that's another thing where if I make a video where I'm opening a JPG can with a can opener and I'm destroying the can, people are going to be like, oh my God, you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. You're just boosting the engagement. But floral fragrances, like I said, if they're done right, very attractive on men. Most expensive, $40 for a 3.4 ounce. You can get all these 3.4 ounces, honestly, around $30. First suggestion, great suggestion for the cooler weather, Burberry Brit. This is just a straight up powdery fragrance with a super nice rose note in there as well. That's the main floral that you get. So it's super powdery and has a lot of florals in there, really just with that rose that sticks out. Oh my god, excuse me. Use cooler months. It's definitely gonna be better in the cooler month. You would wear it in the warmer weather, but I would recommend wear this one in the cooler weather. But it's still amazing. Very sweet floral with that rose. Next one, another powdery sweet fragrance, Guest Seductive EDT. When you first spray, you don't get a lot of florals, but as it dries down, you get this super very nice, almost like Sydney and Fitch's for together. Invictus EDT. There we go. This is just like Invictus EDT, so very sugary sweet. And then this has florals in there as well. Does not make it feminine though. So that's the most important thing with these fragrances. Yes, they're floral. Yes, they're all sweeter fragrances, but they're not feminine. So quickly recap. I know that there's lag. I'm just trying to push through this. Recap: Burberry Brit, Get Seductive EDT, and last one, Abercrombie First Instinct together. That's gonna pretty much do it for this live. So put in your guys' last comments so I can get to them. I'm customized a shoebox for mastering. Nice day. What do I think is the best atomizer? What do I think is the best atomizer? Any Dior atomizer, great atomizers. JPG's great atomizers. Mancera's great atomizers as well. Actually, best atomizers of all time are R2B2 atomizers, but scents aren't that good for what I've heard. Major Lake, yes, we had it disconnected, but like I said, that's gonna do it. Invictus DNA way too hated. I agree. I don't know why it's so hated. So many people are like, it's so youthful, and it's like, yes, it's sugary sweet. Want less youthful one? Go for like Invictus Elixir. Go for like Invictus. I don't know. Just go for one that's more masculine. Or why are you looking at sugary sweet fragrances for masculine fragrances? It doesn't make a lot of sense. But that's going to do it for the live. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I will probably not be live tomorrow night just because it's the night before school. But yeah, I will see you all in the next video, next live, next video. Whenever I see you guys next, I want you all to stay safe.